a werewolf paranormal romance by the Alpha's Claim collection. If you've ever been told you're too weak to matter, this story is for you. This is the story of Sera, the only Omega wolf born in 50 years, a wolf so powerless she couldn't even shift. Sold to the Blood Moon auction at 16, she spent 12 years as a living battery, her rare energy drained nightly to fuel dark magic. But 3 nights ago, something impossible happened. Sera's wolf finally woke up, and she's not an Omega anymore. This story will shatter you, but it will also show you what happens when the weakest wolf becomes the most dangerous thing alive. Welcome to the Auction House Ruins. If you're ready to see what happens when prey evolves into apex predator, then listen closely. Tell us where you're listening from and what time it is. Let's begin. Prologue, the extraction room. The silver chains smell like old blood and desperation. I've been strapped to this table 4,380 times. 12 years. Every single night. I stopped counting after year 3, but my body remembers. My bones remember. The extraction room is cold. Always cold. Stone walls carved with runes that glow sickly green when they activate. When they start pulling, ready the collectors. Madame Vex's voice cuts through the darkness. Silk and poison. She's beautiful and terrible. Crimson hair, emerald eyes, smile sharp enough to gut you. I don't beg anymore. Begging never helped. The mages take their positions. 3 of them tonight. Usually it's 2. My stomach twists. Why 3? I manage. My voice is hoarse. I screamed last night. Dreamed I had a wolf, dreamed I could shift, dreamed I was free. Woke up here. Like always. Because tonight, little Omega, we're taking everything. Madame Vex traces one perfectly manicured nail down my arm. I flinch. Can't help it. You have a buyer. Someone very important who needs your core essence. Don't worry, you'll survive. Technically. My blood turns to ice. Core essence. The part of me that makes me me. They've been draining my energy for years, but my core? That's my soul. My consciousness. Everything that makes me Sera. Take that, and I'll be alive but empty. A breathing corpse. No. The word tears out of me. Please. Please don't. Start the extraction. The runes flare. Pain explodes through every nerve. This isn't the usual drain. This is ripping, tearing, pulling me apart from the inside. I scream. And deep inside, in a place I thought was empty, something stirs. Something that's been sleeping for 28 years. Something that's finally had enough. No, a voice growls in my mind. Not my voice. Deeper. Wilder. Furious. Not tonight. Not ever again. My wolf. After 28 years of silence, my wolf wakes up. And she's angry. Chapter 1. The Auction. 12 years earlier. The auction block smells like fear and expensive perfume. I'm 16 years old, standing in a steel cage with 11 other wolves. We're the prize lots. The rare ones. The ones people pay millions for. The auctioneer's voice booms through the underground hall. Ladies and gentlemen, our final item of the evening. Something truly extraordinary. My cage is dragged forward. The spotlight blinds me. A certified Omega wolf. The first authenticated case in 50 years. The crowd goes silent. Then erupts. Omega wolves are myth. Legends whispered about. Wolves born without the ability to shift, without strength, without any of the gifts that make werewolves powerful. But we have one thing. One terrible, valuable thing. We generate pure life energy. Constantly. Endlessly. A living battery that never runs out. Perfect for fueling spells. Perfect for exploitation. Bidding starts at 5 million. I close my eyes. My parents sold me. Told me I was a blessing to the family. That the money would save our pack from bankruptcy. They cried when the collectors came. Said they loved me. They took the money anyway. 10 million. A voice from the back. 15 million. A woman in red. I don't look. Don't want to see who's buying me. Don't want to know what face I'll learn to hate. 25 million. The new voice is smooth. Controlled. Female. The room goes quiet. 25 million going once. Twice. The auctioneer's gavel falls. Sold to Madame Vex of the Hollow Crown. My cage is wheeled off the stage. Through corridors. Into a black van with no windows. 2 guards sit across from me. Neither speaks. Where are we going? I ask. My voice shakes. The Hollow Crown, one finally says. You'll like it there. Madame Vex takes good care of her investments. Investments. Not people. Investments. The drive takes 3 hours. When the van stops, I'm dragged into a building that looks like a palace. Marble floors. Crystal chandeliers. Gold everywhere. Beautiful. Like a jewelry box. I'll learn later that jewelry boxes are just pretty cages. Madame Vex meets me in a chamber that's half office, half throne room. She's even more beautiful in person. Terrifying. Welcome to the Hollow Crown, Sera. She knows my name. Of course she does. This will be your home now. Your purpose. What do you want from me? Your gift, darling. That lovely omega energy you produce. She circles me like a predator. I run a very exclusive establishment. Supernatural gambling. Spell weaving. Blood magic. All of it requires power. Lots of power. My stomach drops. You're going to drain me. Every night. She smiles. Just enough to keep you functional. You'll have a room, food, everything you need. All I ask in return is your cooperation. And if I refuse? Her smile vanishes. Then you'll be discarded. And trust me, Sera, discarded wolves from the Hollow Crown don't get sold again. They simply disappear. She snaps her fingers. Guards appear. Take her to the extraction wing. Introduce her to the others. She starts tonight. The extraction wing is beneath the main building. Underground. No windows. No natural light. 7 wolves are here. All in their own rooms. All wearing the same silver cuffs that suppress shifting. A guard stops me at a door. This is yours. Your neighbor is Reese. He's been here longest. He'll explain the rules. My room is small but clean. A bed. A desk. A bathroom. Everything clinical. Sterile. The wall is thin. I hear a knock from the other side. Hello. A male voice. Young. Tired. Hi, I manage. First day. Yes. It gets easier. The pain, I mean. Your body adapts. I sit on the bed, knees pulled to my chest. How long have you been here? Silence. Then, for years. I was a warrior wolf. Got captured during a raid. They severed my pack bonds, suppressed my wolf, and now I'm a battery just like you. For years. He's been drained for 4 years. Does anyone ever escape? I whisper. No. His voice is gentle. Like he's sorry to crush that hope. Madame Vex has the building warded. Magic detectors. Guard wolves everywhere. Even if you got out of your room, you'd never make it past the perimeter. So we just accept this? We survive this, he corrects. That's all we can do. That night, they take me to the extraction room for the first time. The pain is unlike anything I've imagined. Like being turned inside out. Like having your soul pulled through your skin. I scream until my voice breaks. When it's over, I'm thrown back in my room. Shaking. Crying. Reese knocks on the wall. 3 times. Soft. I knock back. It becomes our ritual. Every night after extraction. 3 knocks. I'm still here. I survived. It's the only kindness I know for 4 years. Until tonight. Chapter 2. The Breaking Point. Present day. 12 years later. I'm 28 years old, and I've accepted that I'll die here. Not today. Maybe not this year. But eventually. Everyone in the extraction wing dies eventually. We burn out. The drain becomes too much. Our bodies give up. I've seen it happen to 3 wolves since I arrived. Their rooms go silent. Guards come. We never see them again. But tonight feels different. Tonight, there are 6 guards outside my door instead of 2. Tonight, Madame Vex herself is in the extraction room when they bring me in. And tonight, there are 4 mages instead of the usual 2. Sera. Madame Vex's smile is razor sharp. Good news. You're being promoted. I say nothing. Just stare at the extraction table. My second home. I've found a buyer. Someone willing to pay 200 million for your core essence. My blood stops. No. Yes. She nods to the mages. They'll extract carefully. Keep your body alive. But your consciousness, yourself, that will belong to my buyer. He has fascinating plans for Omega energy. Please. The word cracks. Please don't do this. Strap her down. The guards move fast. I fight. Thrash. Scream. It doesn't matter. I'm not strong. I've never been strong. They chain me to the table. Silver biting into wrists and ankles. Wait. A voice from the doorway. Reese. He's flanked by guards, but he's here. My only friend in this nightmare. Let me say goodbye, he says quietly. Madame Vex waves a hand. Fine. 2 minutes. The guards let him approach. He leans close, whispers in my ear. Your wolf isn't dead, Sera. I can feel her. I've always felt her. That's impossible. I've tried to shift for 28 years. Nothing. She's waiting. Hiding. Protecting herself from this place. His dark eyes burn into mine. But she's there. And tonight she's going to wake up. How do you know? He touches the silver cuff on my wrist. Because these suppressors? They're rated for normal wolves. And you, Sera, you were never normal. You were just sleeping. The guards pull him back. Time's up, Madame Vex says. Begin the extraction. The mages start chanting. The runes flare green. The pain is instant. Worse than every other extraction combined. They're not pulling energy. They're pulling me. My memories. My thoughts. My sense of self. I feel myself fragmenting. Dissolving. My childhood fading. My name becoming meaningless. The concept of I slipping away. This is death. Not of body. Of soul. And then, deep inside, where I thought there was only emptiness, something moves. Enough. The voice is mine, but not mine. Female. Feral. Ancient. I have waited 28 years in silence. Hibernated while they hurt us. Stayed hidden to keep us alive. But this I will not allow. My wolf. She doesn't ask permission. Doesn't warn me. She explodes. Chapter 3. The Awakening. The shift hits like a tidal wave. My bones don't break. They shatter. Reform. Rebuild into something new. My skin doesn't tear. It burns. Replaced by midnight black fur that seems to drink the light. My scream becomes a howl. The extraction table explodes. Metal shrieking. Runes shattering. The mages fly backward, 3 of them hitting the walls hard enough to crack stone. One doesn't get up. I'm on 4 legs. Standing in the ruins of the machine that's tortured me for 12 years. My wolf is massive. Larger than any Omega should be. Larger than most alphas. Midnight black. Not brown. Not gray. Black like the void between stars. And my eyes. I can see my reflection in the broken glass. My eyes aren't gold like normal wolves. They're black. Completely black. Like looking into collapsing stars. Impossible, Madame Vex breathes. Omegas can't shift. You shouldn't. My wolf snarls. The sound reverberates through stone. I was never an Omega, her voice, my voice, echoes in my skull. I was hibernating. Guards pour in. 6, 8, 10. They shift. Massive wolves. Trained killers. I've never fought anyone. Never had training. Never even shifted before 30 seconds ago. But my wolf? She's been watching for 28 years. Learning. Waiting for this moment. She moves like liquid shadow. The first guard lunges. She sidesteps, jaws closing on his throat. Not killing. Disabling. He collapses. The second and third attack together. She's already moving. Under one. Over the other. Claws raking. Teeth flashing. They fall. The remaining guards hesitate. Smart. Where is Reese? I ask my wolf. East wing. Third door. I can smell him. I bolt. Not toward freedom. Toward my friend. Guards chase. I don't fight them. Just run. I'm fast. Faster than should be possible. The silver cuffs that suppressed my wolf for 12 years are shattered on the extraction room floor. Without them, I'm I'm everything. I crash through the east wing door. Reese is chained to his wall. His eyes widen. Sera? Yes. I bite through his chains. The silver burns my mouth. I don't care. We need to free the others, he gasps. Already planning it. We move through the extraction wing. 7 wolves. 7 cells. I tear through every door. Break every chain. Some wolves can barely stand. Years of extraction have left them hollow. But they can run. And tonight, we're all running. The perimeter wards, 1 wolf gasps. I approach the main door. Feel the magic thrumming through it. Designed to keep wolves in. My wolf does something instinctive. She opens her jaws and pulls. The energy from the ward flows into me. Not painful. Natural. Like drinking water. The ward shatters. What are you? Reese whispers, staring at me. I don't know. But I'm not staying here to find out. Alarms blare. The entire Hollow Crown is waking up. Go! Reese shouts to the others. Shadow Pine Forest. Get to the trees. We run. For wolves are too weak. Reese and another named Mina carry them. I'm rear guard. Protecting our escape. Guards pour out of the Hollow Crown. 20. 30. Behind them, Madame Vex stands on the balcony, face twisted with rage. Bring her back, she screams. I don't care if you have to break every bone in her body, bring her back. The guards charge. And I realize something terrifying. I want to fight them. Not to defend. To destroy. 12 years of torture. 12 years of pain. My wolf wants revenge. No, I tell her. We run. We survive. Revenge can wait. She growls but obeys. We hit the tree line as the first guards reach us. Shadow Pine Forest swallows us whole. The trees are ancient here. Thick enough to hide armies. Dark enough to lose yourself forever. We run for hours. Finally, Reese collapses. We need to stop. I shift back to human. It's easier than shifting to wolf was. Natural. Like my body remembers how to do this. I'm naked. Covered in blood. Shaking. But I'm free. They'll come after us, Mina says. She's a small woman. Healer. Drained for her regenerative energy. Madame Vex doesn't let investments escape. Then we keep moving, I say. My voice is hoarse from screaming. From howling. Where? Reese asks. We have no pack. No territory. No. A branch snaps behind us. We freeze. I've been tracking you for 6 hours. The voice is male. Deep. Amused. You're loud. Clumsy. And you smell like the Hollow Crown. A man steps from the shadows. Tall. Broad-shouldered. Dark hair. Eyes like molten silver. Alpha. Every line of him screams alpha. My name is Kael Nightfang. He tilts his head, studying me with predatory focus. And Madame Vex just hired me to bring back one Sera, escaped Omega Wolf. His smile is sharp. So, which one of you wants to come quietly? Chapter 4. The Tracker. Nobody moves. For freed wolves are unconscious. Mina is barely standing. Reese positions himself between me and Kael, even though he's exhausted. And me? My wolf is rising again. Hackles raised. Ready. Stand down, I tell Reese quietly. This one's mine. Sera, you just shifted for the first time. You can't. I know. I step forward. Naked. Covered in blood. Staring down an alpha who's probably killed hundreds. I've never felt more dangerous in my life. Kael's eyes flick over me. Not leering. Assessing. Like I'm a puzzle he's trying to solve. You're not an Omega, he says flatly. What gave it away? Omegas don't have eyes like collapsing stars. Don't move like predators. Don't, he pauses, nostrils flaring, don't smell like void and starlight. Then what am I? That's what I'm trying to figure out. He crosses his arms. Madame Vex said escaped Omega. Easy job. Track, retrieve, collect payment. And now? Now I'm wondering what she's not telling me. His silver eyes narrow. Why would an Omega who couldn't shift for 28 years suddenly explode into something that shattered extraction wards and killed 3 trained mages? I didn't kill them. They died when the machine broke. Semantics. He takes a step closer. You're powerful. More than you should be. Which means Madame Vex lied to me about what you are. So let us go. He laughs. Sharp. Bitter. I don't work for free, little wolf. Madame Vex is paying me 10 million for your return. I need that money. For what? That's none of your business. My wolf surges. I shift before I realize I'm doing it. One moment human. The next, midnight black wolf with void eyes. Kael's eyebrows raise. Fast shift. Impressive. I lunge. He shifts mid-dodge. His wolf is massive. Steel gray with silver markings. Battle-scarred. Powerful. We collide. I'm bigger. He's more experienced. He goes for my throat. I twist, jaws snapping at his shoulder. We're a blur of fur and fangs. He's good. Decades of fighting. Every move precise. But I'm unpredictable. Instinct. My wolf moves like she's been fighting forever, even though this is her second battle. Kael pins me. I use momentum to roll, throwing him off. He recovers instantly. Circling. He's testing us, my wolf growls. Not trying to kill. Trying to understand. She's right. He's pulling his strikes. I stop attacking. Shift back to human. Kael shifts too. We're both breathing hard. Both bloody. You don't want to hurt me, I say. I don't want to hurt you, he agrees. But I will if you make me. Why? You just said Madame Vex lied. Why complete a contract built on deception? He's quiet for a long moment. Then, because I need the money. For what? My sister. The words come out rough. Painful. She's sick. Cursed. The only healer who can break it wants 15 million. I've been taking contracts for 5 years. This was supposed to be my last one. My heart twists. I'm sorry. Don't be. Just come with me. Make this easy. I can't. I step closer. Dangerous. Stupid. I spent 12 years being drained. Used. Broken. I finally escaped. If you take me back, they'll kill me. Extract my core and leave me an empty shell. Something flickers in his eyes. Understanding. Maybe regret. What's your sister's name? I ask. Lena. How old? 16. His jaw clenches. She has 3 months. Maybe less. 16. The age I was when I was sold. Help us, I hear myself say. Help us disappear. And I'll help you save Lena. You're an escaped prisoner with no pack, no resources, and no idea what you are. How could you possibly help me? Because I'm not an Omega. I meet his silver eyes with my void ones. I'm something else. Something that can drain energy, absorb power. Maybe I can drain the curse from your sister. That's impossible. Curses don't work that way. Neither do Omegas who shift into void wolves. I tilt my head. But here I am. He's considering it. I can see the war in his expression. Money versus morality. Contract versus conscience. Behind me Reese groans. Sera, we need to move. The scent trail. I know. I don't break eye contact with Kael. We're running out of time. Choose. Hunt us and take me back to die. Or help us and maybe save your sister. You don't even know if you can help her. No. But I'm willing to try. Are you? Silence stretches. The forest holds its breath. Finally, Kael exhales. If you're lying, if this is a trick. It's not. I will hunt you to the ends of the earth. Understood. He shifts his stance. No longer predator. Something closer to ally. My safe house is 20 miles north. We can make it by dawn if we run now. He looks at the unconscious wolves. But we'll need to carry them. I can manage 2, I say. I'll take the other 2. Reese stares between us. What just happened? Temporary alliance, Kael says. Emphasis on temporary. If she can't help Lena, the deal's off. Fair. We load the unconscious wolves. Kael shifts, massive gray wolf carrying 2 across his back. I shift, midnight void wolf carrying 2 across mine. Follow me, Kael's voice echoes through the pack link. And keep up. Madame Vex will have trackers out by dawn. We run. The forest blurs past. Hours compress. My wolf moves like darkness given form. Kael keeps pace beside me. Not leading. Running with me. Equals. Dawn breaks as we reach the safe house. It's built into a hillside. Hidden. Fortified. We shift, lay the unconscious wolves in beds. Mina immediately starts healing work. Reese collapses against a wall. I can't believe that worked. It almost didn't, Kael says. He's pulling on clothes from a closet. Throws me a shirt and pants. You took a massive risk. It was the only play I had. I dress quickly. The clothes are too big but warm. Why did you really agree? I ask him. He's quiet. Then, because I saw myself in you. 5 years ago, I was trapped too. Different cage, same desperation. Someone gave me a chance when they didn't have to. Who? Doesn't matter. They're dead now. He turns to me. But I remember what it felt like to be prey. To have one shot at freedom. He tosses me a water bottle. Rest. We'll talk about your abilities after you've slept. I don't need sleep. The extraction, I haven't needed normal sleep in years. You just shifted for the first time, fought me, and ran 20 miles carrying 2 wolves. You need sleep. He's right. Now that adrenaline is fading, exhaustion crashes over me. 3 hours, I concede. Then we figure out what I am and how to save your sister. Deal. I find an empty room. Collapse on the bed. My wolf settles inside me. Content. Protective. We did it, I tell her. We escaped. This isn't over, she warns. Madame Vex will send others. More dangerous than Kael. I know. But tonight, we're free. That's enough. I close my eyes. For the first time in 12 years, I sleep without fear. Chapter 5, The Revelation. I wake to voices arguing. Don't care what your texts say, she's not normal. I never said she was normal. I said she might be an Eclipse Wolf. I sit up. My body feels different. Stronger. The exhaustion is gone, replaced by thrumming energy. Through the door, I hear Reese and Kael arguing in the main room. Eclipse Wolves are extinct, Reese insists. So were Omega Wolves, supposedly. Yet Sera was sold as one. I stand. Stretch. Every muscle moves like oiled silk. What the hell am I? I find them surrounded by books. Ancient texts spread across a massive table. Kael looks up. Good. You're awake. We need to talk. About what I am? About what you might be. He gestures to a text. This is the Codex Lupin. Records every known wolf variant in history. I approach the table. The book is massive. Leather-bound. Pages yellowed with age. There's a section on Eclipse Wolves, Kael continues. A bloodline that went extinct 1,000 years ago. What were they? Reese answers. Wolves born seeming powerless. No shift. No strength. Basically Omegas. But they weren't Omegas, Kael cuts in. They were dormant. Waiting for a catalyst to awaken them. My skin prickles. What kind of catalyst? Extreme trauma. Life-threatening danger. The moment between life and death. He meets my eyes. Sound familiar? The extraction. Being drained to the point of dissolution. When Eclipse Wolves awaken, Kael reads from the text, they don't just gain the ability to shift. They become apex predators. They can drain other wolves' powers, absorb abilities, take energy from any source. My stomach drops. That's why Madame Vex extraction worked. I wasn't just generating energy. I was unconsciously feeding it to the machine. Yes. And when you woke up, when your wolf finally emerged, you didn't just break free. You absorbed 12 years of accumulated magic. Reese pales. That's why you could drain the ward. Why you're so powerful? You're not an Omega, Kael says quietly. You're an Eclipse Wolf. And you've spent 12 years absorbing energy meant to power dark magic. That makes you a weapon, I finish. Yes. I sit down hard. Process this. How many Eclipse Wolves existed? According to this, maybe 100. Spread across centuries. What happened to them? Kael's expression darkens. They were hunted. Feared. Powerful wolves saw them as threats. By the year 1000, they were extinct. Except I'm not. No, you're not. Mina enters, wiping blood from her hands. The 4 unconscious wolves are stable. They'll recover. But they need days, maybe weeks, before they can shift again. We don't have weeks, I say. Madame Vex will find us. Already has, Kael says grimly. He walks to the window. Points. In the distance, 3 wolves prowl the tree line. Not normal wolves. Their eyes glow sickly green. Their movements are wrong. Jerky. Corrupted. Void-touched, Reese breathes. Madame Vex elite guards. She corrupts them with stolen Omega energy. They're nearly unstoppable. How do we fight them? Kael looks at me. We don't. You do. What? They're corrupted by Omega energy. You're an Eclipse Wolf who can drain energy. He gestures to the text. According to this, Eclipse Wolves were used as purifiers. They could absorb corruption, cleanse it. I've never done that before. You drained a magical ward without thinking about it. This is the same concept. The void-touched are circling closer. I can feel their wrongness from here. If I can't do it, we're all dead, I say. Yes. Great. No pressure. I walk outside. The 3 void-touched wolves freeze. Focus on me. Then they charge. I shift. My midnight void wolf meets them halfway. The first one lunges. I catch its throat, not biting. Holding. And I pull. The corrupted energy floods into me. Cold. Wrong. Hungry. My wolf doesn't reject it. She takes it. Filters it. Transforms it. The void-touched wolf collapses. When it shifts back to human, it's just a normal wolf. Confused. Weak. But clean. The other 2 hesitate. Come on, I growl. Let's get this over with. They attack together. I drain them both. The corruption flows into me like poison into a filter. My wolf burns it away, leaving only pure energy. When it's done, 3 unconscious wolves lie in the dirt. Freed from corruption, I shift back to human, breathing hard. The energy inside me is enormous. Thrumming. Kael stares. You didn't just purify them. You absorbed their power. I can feel it. Their strength. Their speed. It's mine now. That's... He trails off. Terrifying. I was going to say incredible. Reese helps me drag the 3 freed wolves inside. They'll wait confused but safe. How many more will Madame Vex send? I ask. As many as it takes, Kael says. She paid 25 million for you. She'll want return on investment. Then we need to end this. Not run. End it. You want to attack the Hollow Crown? That's suicide. Maybe. Or maybe it's the only way to be free. I meet his eyes. She'll never stop hunting me. Never stop sending corrupted wolves and mages. The only way to survive is to destroy her operation completely. You've had your wolf for less than 24 hours. You're powerful, but you're not an army. No, but I'm an Eclipse Wolf who's absorbed 12 years of magical energy plus the power of 3 void-touched. I'm not helpless. Kael studies me for a long moment. Then he laughs. Sharp. Disbelieving. You're insane. Probably. If we do this, if we actually raid the Hollow Crown, most of us will die. I know. And you're still willing to try? I think of the 7 wolves still trapped there. Being drained nightly. Living the nightmare I just escaped. Yes. Reese steps forward. I'm in. They kept me for 4 years. Time to return the favor. Mina nods. I'll go. My healing can keep us alive. The 3 freed void-touched wolves wake. Listen. One speaks, you saved us. We fight with you. Kael exhales slowly. This is the dumbest plan I've ever heard. Is that a yes? He grins. Feral. Dangerous. Hell yes. But first, you're helping Lena. That's the deal. Agreed. Where is she? 2 hours south. Hidden sanctuary. I keep her there when I'm working. Then let's go. Heal your sister. Then burn the Hollow Crown to ash. His silver eyes meet my void ones. Something passes between us. Understanding. Respect. Maybe something more. You know what the texts say about Eclipse Wolves? Kael asks. What? They didn't just drain power. They formed bonds. Deep ones. With wolves who matched their intensity. My heart skips. And you're the most intense wolf I've ever met. He holds my gaze. This is going to be interesting. Chapter 6. The Choice. The sanctuary is built into a cave system. Warded. Protected. Beautiful. Lena is in the deepest chamber. She's tiny. Fragile. 16 years old but looks 12. Her skin is gray. Eyes sunken. Breathing shallow. The curse is eating her alive. Kael kneels beside her bed. Lena. I brought someone. Her eyes flutter open. They're the same silver as her brothers. Kael, you came back. Always. He touches her hand gently. This is Sera. She's going to try to help. Lena looks at me. Studies my eyes. You're different. Not normal. No, I'm not. Can you really help? I don't know. But I'll try. I approach the bed. The curse is visible to my wolf's senses. Black tendrils wrapped around Lena's heart, her lungs, her spine. Squeezing. Killing. This is going to hurt, I warn. The curse won't let go easily. I've been hurting for 3 years. I can take more. Brave kid. I place my hands on her chest. Close my eyes. Let my wolf rise. And I pull. The curse fights. Wraps tighter around Lena. She screams. Kael moves to stop me. Reese holds him back. Let her work. I pull harder. The curse is ancient. Vicious. Designed to kill slowly. But I'm an Eclipse Wolf. And draining energy is what I do. The first tendril breaks. Flows into me. It's agony. Pure malice in magical form. My wolf burns it away. Second tendril. Third. Lena is sobbing. Kael is shaking. Almost there, I gasp. The final tendril snaps. The curse floods into me. Enough dark magic to kill a normal wolf instantly. My void wolf devours it. Transforms it. Leaves only ash. I collapse. Lena gasps. Her skin flushes pink. Her breathing deepens. The gray is gone. Kael. She whispers. I can breathe. I can actually breathe. He's crying. This massive alpha warrior is crying. You're okay. You're going to be okay. He looks at me where I'm sprawled on the floor, shaking. You did it. You actually did it. Told you. I'd try. He helps me sit up. His hands are gentle. Thank you. I don't have words for thank you. You helped us. I helped Lena. We're even. No. He shakes his head. We're not even close to even. You saved my sister's life. Lena sits up, actually sits up. Who are you? Someone who understands being powerless, I say. And someone who refuses to let others suffer the same fate. She smiles. It's radiant. I like you. I like you too, kid. Over the next hour, Lena's strength returns. Color in her cheeks. Light in her eyes. Kael watches her like he's afraid she'll disappear. The plan to raid the Hollow Crown, he says quietly, pulling me aside. I'm in. Completely. Whatever you need. I need your honesty. Can we actually win? Honestly? I don't know. The Hollow Crown is fortress level warded. Madame Vex has 30 to 40 guards. Mages. Traps. But you're an Eclipse Wolf who just drained a curse that stumped every healer in 6 territories. You absorbed 3 void touched and purified them. You're more powerful than you know. Not powerful enough to face 40 guards alone. No. Which is why we need a plan. A real one. Reese joins us. I spent 4 years in that place. I know the layout. The weak points. There are 7 wolves still trapped there, I say. We get them out. Then we destroy the extraction operation so Madame Vex can never do this again. That's 2 objectives, Kael says. Rescue and destruction. Can we do both? If we're smart. And lucky. We spend hours planning. Reese draws maps from memory. Kael identifies guard patterns. Mina lists medical supplies we'll need. Finally, we have something resembling a plan. We go in 3 nights from now, Kael says. Full moon. Security will be focused on the gambling floors. Extraction wing will be minimally guarded. 3 nights, I repeat. That's not much time to prepare. It's all we have. Madame Vex knows you escaped. She'll be moving the remaining captives soon. Erasing evidence. If we wait longer, they'll be gone. He's right. 3 nights then. That evening, I stand outside the sanctuary, staring at stars. Kael finds me. Having second thoughts? Third and fourth thoughts. Want to talk about it? I escaped. I'm free. I could run. Take Reese and the others somewhere far away. Start over. But 7 wolves are still in cages. Being drained. Living my nightmare. I turn to him. How do I leave them there? You don't. Because you're not the kind of wolf who runs anymore. I ran for 12 years. Every night in my mind, I ran. And now you're running toward the danger instead of away. He steps closer. That's called bravery. Feels like stupidity. Often the same thing. We're close now. Close enough that I can see gold flecks in his silver eyes. Why are you really helping me? I ask. Your sister is healed. Your debt is paid. You could take her and disappear. I could, he agrees. But I don't want to. Why? Because I spent 5 years working for people like Madame Vex, taking contracts that required me to ignore suffering. And every job made me a little less me. He touches my face. Gentle. You're the first wolf in years who's made me remember who I wanted to be. My breath catches. You barely know me. I know you fought 3 void touch to save strangers. I know you drained a curse to save my sister. I know you're planning a suicide mission to free wolves you've never met. His thumb brushes my cheek. That's enough. Kael. I'm not asking for anything. Just telling you, whatever happens at the Hollow Crown, I'm with you. Completely. I should step back. Should keep distance. Should protect myself from attachment. Instead, I lean into his touch. When this is over, I whisper, if we survive. We'll survive. I want to figure out what this is. Between us. He smiles. It's called a bond, Sera. Eclipse wolves form them with wolves who match their intensity. The texts weren't lying. Is that what this is? I think so. But we have time to figure it out. Do we? In 3 nights, we're attacking a fortress. Most of us might die. But tonight, under stars I never thought I'd see again, I choose to believe him. We have time. We'll survive. We have to. Because for the first time in 28 years, I have something worth surviving for. Chapter 7. The Raid. 3 nights pass too quickly. We spend them preparing. Training. Planning every detail. Reese drills me on the Hollow Crown's layout. East Wing extraction chambers. West Wing mage quarters. Central gambling hall. Underground tunnels. I memorize it all. Kael teaches me combat. Real combat. Not instinct, strategy. You're powerful, he says, circling me in wolf form. But power without control is just chaos. He lunges. I dodge. Counter. He blocks. Better. But you're telegraphing. Your shoulders drop before you strike. Again. And again. And again. By the 3rd night, I'm moving like water. Thinking 3 steps ahead. Mina stockpiles medical supplies. Bandages. Healing salves. Pain suppressors. We're going to need all of this, she says grimly. And probably more. The 3 freed void-touched wolves, Marcus, Talia, and Jean, practice coordinated attacks. They remember their training. Remember how to fight as a unit. We owe you our lives, Marcus says. We won't waste this chance. Lena insists on helping despite Kael's protests. I'm not fighting, she says firmly. But I can keep watch. Be lookout. I'm not useless, Kael. He finally relents. Communications only. You stay outside the perimeter. Deal. The night arrives too soon. We gather at the forest edge. The Hollow Crown rises before us. All marble and gold and false beauty. My prison for 12 years. Tonight, I burn it down. Everyone knows their role? Kael asks. Nods all around. Reese, Mina, and I take the East Wing. Free the captives. I tick off on my fingers. Marcus, Talia, Jean, you 3 handle guards. Keep them away from extraction chambers. Kael handles the mage quarters. Disrupts their spell work. Lena coordinates from outside. Warns us if reinforcements arrive. And if we encounter Madame Vex? Reese asks. She's mine, I say flatly. Nobody argues. We move. The perimeter wards glow faintly. I approach. Place my hands on the barrier. Pull. The energy flows into me. Easier than last time. My wolf knows this dance now. The wards shatter silently. We're in. The compound is massive. Spotlights sweep grounds. Guards patrol in pairs. We stick to shadows. Marcus takes point. He remembers guard rotations. 2 guards round a corner. Marcus and Talia drop them before they can shout. Not killed. Unconscious. We reach the east wing entrance. Locked. Warded. I drain the ward. Reese picks the lock. Inside, the familiar smell hits me. Antiseptic. Fear. Old blood. 7 wolves are here. 7 cages I recognize too well. The first wolf looks up as we enter. His eyes widen. Sera? Yeah, it's me. I tear through his cage door. Silver burns my hands. I don't care. We're getting you out. How? Explanations later. Can you run? I think so. Mina moves to him. Let me stabilize you first. The extraction. Your body is weak. While she works, Reese and I free the other 6. Some can barely stand. Years of draining have hollowed them out. We need to move fast, I say. Mina, how long? Alarms blare. Well, Reese mutters. There goes stealth. Through our communication link, a spell Mina cast before we entered, Kael's voice crackles. Guards converging on East Wing. I'm engaging mages, but there are too many. Hold position, I order. Marcus, Talia, Jean, get to Kael. Reese, get the captives to the extraction point. Mina, go with them. What about you? Reese demands. I'm going to make sure nobody follows. I shift. My midnight void wolf emerges in a blur of darkness. Guards pour through the east wing door. 10, 15, 20. Half are void touched. The other half are normal wolves augmented with battle magic. They see me and freeze. It's the Omega, one breathes. I was never an Omega, I snarl. I attack. The first 3 go down before they can react. I'm not just draining their corruption, I'm absorbing their strength, their speed, their training. Every wolf I touch makes me stronger. The void-touched wolves charge together. 6 of them. Coordinated. Deadly. I meet them head-on. It's not a fight. It's an execution. I drain them one by one. Their corrupted energy floods into me. My wolf burns it clean, keeps the power, discards the poison. When the last one falls, 20 guards lie unconscious. Purified. Freed. And I'm thrumming with absorbed energy. Through the link, captives are out. Reese shouts. Mina has them. We're clear. Mages neutralized, Kael reports. But Madame Vex is gone. She's not in her quarters. My blood runs cold. Where is she? I don't, Kael cuts off. Sera. The central chamber. I'm detecting massive energy buildup. I run. The Hollow Crown's central chamber is where the real magic happens. Where gambling spells are woven. Where power is bought and sold. I burst through the doors. And stop. The chamber is massive. Circular. Runes carved into every surface. Madame Vex stands at the center. She's not alone. A man stands beside her. Tall. Handsome. Eyes like frozen amber. Power radiating from him in waves that make my wolf whimper. Alpha. Not just any alpha. Ancient. Powerful. Wrong. Sera. Madame Vex purrs. I was hoping you'd come. Allow me to introduce Alpha Cassius Dread of the Crimson Fang Pack. The man smiles. It's beautiful and terrifying. So, he says, voice like silk over steel. You're the little Eclipse Wolf who's been causing so much trouble. My world tilts. He knows what I am. Chapter 8. The True Enemy. You're not surprised, I say carefully. My wolf is screaming at me to run. Every instinct says this wolf could kill me without effort. Surprised? Cassius laughs. My dear, I've been looking for you for 15 years. Why? Because Eclipse wolves are precious. Rare. Powerful. He steps closer. I resist the urge to back away. And you're the 7th I've found. The 7th. Where are the other 6? I already know the answer. Dead. He says it casually. Like discussing the weather. I drained them completely. Took their void abilities. Added their power to mine. Madame Vex smiles. When I realized what you were, I contacted Alpha Cassius immediately. He's been my silent partner for years. Funding the Hollow Crown. Searching for Eclipse Wolves. You were supposed to extract her core and deliver it to me, Cassius says to Vex. His voice drops dangerously. Instead, she escaped. Killed my void touched. Freed my captives. She's more powerful than expected. She's a newly awakened Eclipse Wolf. She should have been easy. The temperature drops. Madame Vex pales. I'll recapture her. You'll do nothing. Cassius waves a hand. Madame Vex's throat closes. She claws at her neck. Can't breathe. I don't tolerate failure, Cassius says calmly. He clenches his fist. Madame Vex collapses. Dead. Just like that. The woman who tortured me for 12 years. Gone. And I feel nothing. Cassius turns his full attention to me. Now, let's discuss your future, little Eclipse Wolf. I'm not going with you. You don't have a choice. He tilts his head. I've spent 40 years mastering Eclipse abilities, draining 6 of your kind, taking their powers, their essence, their very souls. He shifts. His wolf is massive, coal black with eyes that glow like molten gold. Beautiful, horrifying, and wrong. So fundamentally wrong. I can feel it. He's not one wolf. He's 7. 6 Eclipse Wolves he consumed plus his original alpha self. I'm nearly unkillable, Cassius says, shifting back to human. I have alpha strength, Eclipse draining abilities, and 40 years of combat experience. You've had your wolf for 3 days. 4, I correct. 4. He smiles. My mistake. That changes everything. He's mocking me. Why tell me this? Why not just attack? Because I'm curious. He circles me like I'm prey. You escaped the hollow crown. Purified void-touched wolves. Drained a curse that stumped master healers. You're strong for a newly awakened Eclipse Wolf. Stronger than the others were. Maybe I had better motivation. Maybe. He stops in front of me. Join me. Willingly. I'll teach you everything. Make you powerful beyond imagining. Together, we could reshape the wolf world. By draining other Eclipse Wolves? By taking what we need to survive. We're predators, Sera. Apex predators. Why pretend otherwise? Because being powerful doesn't mean being cruel. Doesn't it? His smile fades. I was cruel to survive. Just like you were weak to survive. We do what we must. I'm not like you. Not yet. But give it time. He extends his hand. Last chance. Join me or die. I shift. So does he. We collide. Chapter 9. The Sacrifice. I've fought guards. Void-touched wolves. Even Kael during training. This is different. Cassius doesn't just fight. He dominates. Every move is precise. Brutal. 40 years of killing condensed into perfect technique. He's faster. Stronger. More experienced. I'm losing. His jaw's close on my shoulder. Rip. I howl. Counterattack. Claws rake his side. He doesn't even flinch. We're a blur of black fur and blood. I try to drain him. Pull his energy like I've done to others. He laughs. The sound is terrifying coming from a wolf. You think I haven't defended against that? I've had 40 years to master Eclipse abilities. You've had 4 days. He's right. When I try to drain him, he reverses the flow. Starts draining me. My energy flows into him. Not just power. Memories. Strength. Sense of self. I feel myself fracturing. Sera. Kael's voice. He bursts into the chamber. Shifts. Launches himself at Cassius. Kael, no. I scream. Too late. Cassius catches Kael mid-leap. Slams him into the floor hard enough to crack stone. Kael doesn't get up. Pathetic, Cassius says. A noble alpha trying to save the broken Omega. How poetic. He turns back to me. Continues draining. I'm dying. Really dying. Not just body. Soul. Everything that makes me Sera is being pulled into this monster. Through our bond, I feel Kael stirring. Struggling to stand. Don't, I send desperately. Stay down. Live. Not without you, he sends back. He rises. Bloodied. Broken. But standing. Take my power, Kael says aloud. What? My alpha essence. Take it. It's the only way you'll match him. That could kill you. I know. He meets my eyes. Silver on void. But watching you die will definitely kill me. So, let's make this count. Kael. I've been dead inside for 5 years. Doing dirty work. Taking contracts that destroyed who I was. He limps closer. You made me want to be better. Want to live. Want to fight for something that matters. Cassius watches with amusement. How touching. But it won't work. Alpha power can't be transferred. Eclipse Wolves can drain anything, Kael interrupts. Including Alpha Essence. The texts were clear. He's right. You'll be powerless, I whisper. I'll be alive. And you'll be strong enough to end this monster. He places his hand on my wolf's chest. Take it. All of it. Save yourself. Save the others. And when you win, promise me something. Anything. Don't let my sacrifice make you cruel. Don't become him. His eyes are fierce. Loving. Stay you. The wolf who saves instead of destroys. Tears stream down my muzzle. I pull. Kael's alpha essence flows into me. Not forcefully. Willingly. He's giving it. Every ounce of power he's spent his life building. It's agony. For both of us. His scream echoes through the chamber. My wolf howls. The transfer completes. Kael collapses. His eyes are silver still, but the alpha glow is gone. He's just a wolf now. No pack. No rank. Powerless. And I'm transformed. The combined power hits like a supernova. Eclipse abilities plus alpha dominance plus 12 years of absorbed magic. I shift back to human. My body is different. Eyes cycling between gold and void black. Symbols etching into my skin, visible for a moment before fading. Cassius stops smiling. Impossible. Alpha power shouldn't merge with Eclipse abilities. You said it yourself, I interrupt. My voice echoes with power. Eclipse wolves can drain anything. Even what shouldn't be drained. I shift again. My wolf is massive now. Larger than Cassius. Midnight black with veins of silver light running through my fur. Eyes blazing with void and alpha gold. I'm not just an Eclipse wolf anymore, I snarl. I'm Eclipse Alpha. Something that's never existed. I attack. This time, it's different. I'm not fighting to survive. I'm fighting to end this. Cassius tries to drain me. I reverse it. Pull his energy instead. He's shocked. How? Because you're not the only one who can master impossible things. I keep pulling. But as his essence flows into me, I feel them. The 6 Eclipse wolves he consumed. Their consciousness trapped inside him. Screaming silently for 15 years. Help us, they beg. Please. End this. Set us free. I pull harder. Not just draining Cassius's power. Draining the prison he made of himself. The 6 Eclipse wolves' spirits emerge. Ghostly. Powerful. Furious. They attack from within. Cassius howls. What are you doing? Giving them justice. The 6 spirits tear at him. Not his body. His essence. The core of what makes him him. He's being destroyed from the inside by the very wolves he thought he'd conquered. No, Cassius's form flickers. I mastered them. I consumed them. They're mine. Nothing is owned, one spirit says. Her voice is ancient. Powerful. Especially not us. Cassius's wolf form collapses. Begins dissolving into shadow. I'll kill you, all of you, You'll do nothing, I say quietly. I absorb his collapsing essence. Not to use. To contain. To become a living prison for his corrupted power. It's agonizing. Cassius's madness. His cruelty. His 40 years of atrocities. All of it flows into me. My wolf nearly breaks under the weight. But the 6 Eclipse spirits help. They filter the poison. Burn away the corruption. Leave only raw power. When it's done, Cassius is gone. The 6 spirits stand before me. Translucent. Free. Thank you, the female Eclipse wolf says. We've been trapped for so long. What will you do now? I ask. Rest. Finally rest. She smiles. But first, we give you a gift. Our knowledge. Our experience. Everything we learned before he took us. The 6 spirits flow into me. Not trapped. Sharing. Centuries of Eclipse Wolf wisdom floods my mind. How to drain without destroying. How to purify corruption. How to use void abilities for protection instead of domination. When they fade, I'm alone. Kael is unconscious. The hollow crown is silent. And I've changed again. I look at my reflection in the broken glass. My eyes shift constantly. Void black. Alpha gold. Eclipse silver. And sometimes colors that shouldn't exist. I'm not Sera anymore. I'm synthesis. Evolution. Something entirely new. And I'm terrified of what I've become. Chapter 10. The Devourer's Fall. The chamber is destroyed. Walls cracked. Floor shattered. Runes burned into slag. And bodies. So many bodies. Not dead, unconscious. Guards I purified. Void touched I freed. Madame Vex, killed by Cassius. And Kael. Breathing but powerless. I shift back to human. Kneel beside him. Kael. Wake up. His eyes flutter open. Silver. Beautiful. But the alpha fire is gone. Did we win? His voice is hoarse. We won. Good. He tries to sit up. Fails. Why does everything hurt? Because you gave me your alpha essence. Your entire power base. Understanding floods his expression. Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Don't. He touches my face. I chose this. I'd choose it again. You're powerless now. No pack, no rank, no. I'm alive. You're alive. That's enough. Through the communication link, Reese's voice crackles. Sera? We heard explosions. Are you? We're okay. Cassius is dead. Madame Vex is dead. The hollow crown is finished. Silence. Then cheering. The captives are safe, Reese reports. 23 wolves freed total. Some are weak, but alive. Get them out of here. This place needs to burn. Already on it. Talia found the emergency fuel reserves. We're rigging the building. I help Kael stand. He leans heavily on me. Can you walk? I can hobble. Close enough. We make our way outside. The freed wolves are gathered at the forest edge. 23 souls who thought they'd die here. Now they're free. Mina rushes over. Kael, your power, I can feel the absence. I gave it to Sera, he says simply. Worth it. She stares between us. Then nods. I'll monitor you. Make sure the transfer didn't cause permanent damage. Thank you. Marcus approaches. The building is rigged. Your word, and we light it. I look back at the hollow crown. My prison. My nightmare. Beautiful and terrible and finally ending. Burn it, I say. Burn it all. Marcus signals. Talia throws the first torch. The hollow crown erupts in flames. We watch it burn for hours. Nobody speaks. We just watch. 12 years of torture. 12 years of extraction. 12 years of being powerless. All of it turning to ash. What now? Reese asks quietly. Now we figure out what comes next, I say. But I can already feel it. The change inside me. The 6 Eclipse spirits' knowledge. Cassius's contained power. Kael's alpha essence. 12 years of absorbed magic. I'm not just an Eclipse Wolf anymore. I'm something the world has never seen. And I have no idea what that means. Chapter 11. The Aftermath. 3 months later. We found an abandoned territory in the northern mountains. Unclaimed. Wild. Perfect. The refuge, we call it. 47 wolves live here now. The 23 freed from the hollow crown. The 4 I rescued my first night. Reese, Mina, Marcus, Talia, Jean, Kael, Lena, and me. We're not a traditional pack. No hierarchy. No alpha dominance. Just survivors choosing to survive together. Kael is different now. Quieter. He's adjusting to life without alpha power. Some days are harder than others. I keep forgetting, he says one morning. We're watching the sunrise. Our ritual. I go to shift and nothing happens. Just emptiness. I'm sorry. Don't be. He takes my hand. I'm alive. My sister is healed. I'm with wolves who actually give a damn. That's more than I had before. But nothing. I made my choice. I live with it. He kisses my temple. Besides, I have you. That's enough. We've grown closer these 3 months. Whatever bond started that night has deepened. Not pack bonds. Something else. Something unique to Eclipse Wolves. Reese calls it an Eclipse bond. A connection that transcends normal pack dynamics. I just know that when I'm near Kael, I feel whole. How are you handling the power? He asks. That's the question, isn't it? I've absorbed so much. 6 Eclipse Wolves knowledge. Cassius's essence, contained but present. Kael's alpha dominance. 12 years of dark magic. All of it inside me. Constantly. Some days I'm fine, I admit. Other days I feel like I'm fracturing. Too many voices. Too many powers fighting for control. The Eclipse spirits? They're helpful. Teaching me. But Cassius's essence. I shudder. It's contained but not gone. I can feel his madness. His hunger. It whispers to me. What does it say? To take more. Drain more. Become more powerful. I meet his eyes. Some days it's hard to resist. But you do resist. So far. Mina has been monitoring me. Magical examinations weekly. Your power is stable, she says during one checkup. But it's also growing. The more you use Eclipse abilities, the stronger they become. Is that bad? I don't know. You're the first Eclipse Alpha in history. There's no precedent. Great. The refuge is thriving though. Wolves who are broken are healing. Building lives. Finding purpose. Lena teaches the younger wolves. She's a natural teacher. Patient. Kind. Marcus, Talia, and Jean run security. Protecting the territory from threats. Reese is my second. Not because I'm alpha, because he's my friend. My brother in all but blood. We need to talk about the Continental Pack Council, he says one evening. I've been avoiding this. What about them? They've heard about you. About what happened at the Hollow Crown. About an Eclipse Wolf who absorbed an alpha's power and killed Cassius Dredd. My stomach drops. How much do they know? Enough to be concerned. They've sent 3 messengers asking you to appear before them. And I've ignored 3 messengers. They're not going to stop asking. I know. The Continental Pack Council governs all werewolf territories. 5 alphas. Ancient. Powerful. Traditional. They fear change. Fear power they can't control. And I'm both. They'll want to study you, Reese says. Or kill you. Possibly both. Then I won't go. They'll come here. Force the issue. He's right. That night, I stand at the refuge's highest point. Watching our territory. Our home. Kael finds me. Thinking about the council? How'd you guess? You get this look. Like you're planning a war. Maybe I am. He's quiet for a moment. Then, you don't have to face them. If I don't, they'll come here. Threaten the refuge. Threaten everyone. So we fight. 47 wolves against the Continental Pack Council? We'd lose. Then what? I think about the 6 Eclipse spirits. Their knowledge. Their warning. The council fears Eclipse wolves because we can drain alphas. Take their power. Upset the balance. They'll try to kill you, Sera. Or cage you. Don't let them. But I also think about Kael's words. Don't let my sacrifice make you cruel. Stay you. I'll go, I say finally. Alone. Unarmed. I'll answer their questions. That's suicide. Maybe. Or maybe it's the only way to prove I'm not a threat. You are a threat. To them, at least. I'm a threat if they make me one. If I go peacefully, maybe they'll see I just want to be left alone. And if they don't? I look at my hands. They flicker. Solid then shadow. Power barely contained. Then I'll show them exactly why they should have left me alone. Chapter 12. The New Path. The Continental Pack Council summons me officially. A messenger arrives at dawn. Formal. Cold. Sera, formerly of the Hollow Crown. You are commanded to appear before the Continental Pack Council in 10 days. Failure to appear will result in forcible retrieval. I'll be there, I say. The messenger leaves. Kael is furious. Commanded? You're not their subject. No. But I'm also not looking for a war. This is a war. They just haven't declared it yet. Maybe he's right. I spend the next 10 days preparing. Not weapons. Knowledge. The 6 Eclipse spirits teach me everything. How to defend against alpha dominance. How to shield my mind from mental attacks. How to drain without killing. The council will test you, one spirit warns. Push you. Try to make you lose control. So don't lose control. Easier said than done when 5 alphas are pressing their dominance against you. I practice with Kael. He may not have alpha power anymore, but he remembers how it felt. How to use it. Project authority, he coaches. Not aggression. Authority. Make them see you as equal. I'm not an alpha. No. You're something they don't have a word for. That makes you more than alpha. The day arrives too quickly. I leave the refuge at dawn. Alone as promised. Kael wants to come. I refuse. If this goes wrong, the refuge needs you. Protect them. Sera. Promise me. He does. Reluctantly. Reese gives me a communication crystal. If you need us, we'll come. I know. The council meets in neutral territory. An ancient amphitheater carved from stone. I arrive at noon. 5 alphas wait. All male. All ancient. All radiating power that makes normal wolves submit automatically. I don't submit. Sera, the central alpha, says. His name is Aldrich. Leader of the council. You came. You commanded. Here I am. No escort? No protection? I don't need protection from wolves who mean me no harm. His eyes narrow. And if we mean you harm? Then I defend myself. Silence. Another alpha speaks. Younger. Aggressive. You're an Eclipse Wolf. A threat to pack stability. I'm a wolf who wants to be left alone. You killed Cassius Dread. Destroyed the Hollow Crown. Freed 47 wolves and created an unauthorized territory. I freed slaves. Ended a torture operation. And gave homeless wolves a place to heal. Which of those is criminal? You absorbed an alpha's power, Aldrich says quietly. That alone is grounds for execution. Kael gave me his power willingly. To save my life. Irrelevant. You possess abilities that threaten the natural order. I laugh. Can't help it. Natural order? The order where Madame Vex drained wolves for profit? Where Cassius Dread murdered 6 Eclipse wolves to steal their power? Where the council did nothing to stop them? Watch your tone. Or what? You'll kill me? Add me to the list of Eclipse wolves murdered because we're inconvenient. Aldrich rises. His alpha dominance crashes over me like a physical weight. Submit. Kneel. Obey. I don't. The Eclipse abilities inside me rise. Not fighting his dominance. Absorbing it. His power flows into me. I don't keep it. Just redirect it. Drain it. Send it harmlessly into the ground. Aldrich's eyes widen. Impossible. No one can resist council dominance. I'm not resisting. I'm absorbing. There's a difference. The other 4 alphas stand. Their combined dominance hits me. It's crushing. Overwhelming. Designed to force even the strongest wolves to their knees. I stand tall. Not because I'm stronger. Because I'm different. Their dominance flows into me. I filter it. Transform it. Let it pass through without touching who I am. Stop, Aldrich commands the others. Cease dominance display. They do. Confused. Shaken. You're not just an Eclipse Wolf, Aldrich says slowly. You're something else. Eclipse Alpha, I correct. First of my kind. Last of my kind. I don't know which. What do you want? To be left alone. To let the refuge heal. To never drain another wolf unless they threaten my people. And if we refuse? I let them see my eyes. Void Black. Alpha Gold. Eclipse Silver. Then you'll learn why Cassius Dread, who killed 6 Eclipse wolves, died screaming when he faced me. It's a threat. A promise. A boundary. Aldrich studies me for a long moment. Then he does something unexpected. He smiles. You remind me of someone. Stubborn. Powerful. Refusing to submit even when outmatched. Who? Me. 300 years ago, when I challenged the old council. He sits back down. Very well, Sera. You may keep your refuge. We'll grant it neutral status. Protected territory. I don't trust this. Why? Because Eclipse wolves were hunted to extinction once. I won't repeat that mistake. His expression is grave. But understand, you're being watched. One step out of line, one wolf drained without cause, and we will end you. Fair. This meeting is concluded. I turn to leave. Sera, Aldrich calls. One more thing. Yes, you're not the only Eclipse Wolf left. My blood freezes. What? We've detected 3 others. All dormant. All unawakened. But they're out there. And now that you've revealed yourself, others will hunt them. Where are they? That information isn't free. What do you want? When they awaken, if they awaken, bring them to us. Let us assess them. Ensure they're not threats. It's a test. A trap. And if I refuse? Then they'll die. Hunted by wolves who fear what they don't understand. Just like the 6 Cassius killed. He has me. I'll find them, I say quietly. But I won't bring them to you unless they choose it. Eclipse wolves deserve choice. Fair enough. He hands me a scroll. 3 names. 3 locations. 3 more wolves like me. I leave the council grounds with more questions than answers. Epilogue. The summons. I return to the refuge at sunset. Kael is waiting. Lena beside him. Reese. Mina. Marcus, Talia, Jean. All of them. Well, Kael asks. We have protected status. The council won't interfere. Cheers erupt. But Reese knows me too well. But there are 3 more Eclipse Wolves. Dormant. Unawakened. And I've been tasked with finding them before someone else does. Silence. So we're going hunting, Kael says. I'm going hunting. You're staying here. Protecting the refuge. Absolutely not. Kael, you gave me a reason to live when I was ready to die. You think I'm letting you face this alone. I want to argue. But the Eclipse bond between us pulses. Strong. Real. He's right. We're in this together. Fine. We leave in 3 days. That night, I stand at the highest point again. Looking at stars. 3 more Eclipse Wolves. 3 more wolves who might be like me. Broken. Powerful. Desperate. Or 3 more who might become like Cassius. Cruel. Hungry. Dangerous. I don't know which. But I know this. I won't let them die. Won't let them be hunted. Won't let them be caged. Because I remember what it's like to be powerless. And I'll die before I let anyone else feel that way. My reflection in the water shows eyes that shift. Void. Alpha. Eclipse. I'm not Sera the Omega anymore. I'm not even Sera the Eclipse Wolf. I'm Sera the bridge. Between darkness and light. Between power and compassion. Between what was and what could be. And I choose compassion. Every single time. Even when it's hard. Even when it's dangerous. Even when it might destroy me. Because that's what makes me different from Cassius. Not power. Choice. Kael finds me. Takes my hand. Ready? No. But I'll do it anyway. He smiles. That's my Eclipse Alpha. We stand together. Watching stars. Planning the impossible. Somewhere out there, 3 Eclipse Wolves are sleeping. Waiting for the catalyst that will wake them. I just hope I find them first. Because the world doesn't need more Cassiuses. It needs more wolves willing to break instead of breaking others. And I'll teach them that. 1 Eclipse Wolf at a time. Sera escaped the cage. Burned down the auction house. Became the thing her captors feared most. But the Continental Pack Council doesn't forgive power they can't control. And somewhere in the shadows, 3 more Eclipse Wolves are beginning to stir. The question isn't whether Sera will find them. The question is, will she reach them before the hunters do? If you are captivated by Sera's journey from powerless to powerful, from broken to whole, from alone to bonded, hit that like button and subscribe. This is just the beginning of the Eclipse series. Are you team protect the Eclipse Wolves or team they're too dangerous to exist? Drop your thoughts and your location in the comments below. The hunt for the 3 dormant Eclipse Wolves begins soon. Will you be there when they wake? Thank you for listening.